today's video, I'm going to be reviewing some skincare products from the brand The Ordinary. So if that's something that interests you, it's coming right up. Welcome back to Selfcare Karen. It is lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to bring you this skincare review. It's been a hot minute since I have used the Ordinary skincare, and it's really nice to revisit this brand. Just to let you know right from the start, the products that I'm going to be talking about today were gifted to me, not directly from The Ordinary, but from a website called Mumsnet, which is a place where parents can chat about things, very diverse things, which I first got on years ago, before I was even a mum, when I was actually when I started fertility treatment. And I'm now, I'm a regular user of Mumsnet, and I somehow, I'm not even sure how, got gifted a load of Ordinary skincare from them, which is fantastic. But this video is not sponsored. It's not sponsored by Mumsnet. It's not sponsored by The Ordinary or anyone else. These are all my own views that I'll be sharing with you today. If you're new to my channel, just to let you know, it's all about empowering busy women with their self-care. I've got a multitude of beauty product reviews here on YouTube, but I also have loads of guided meditations, if that floats your boat. And also I am a master practitioner for a therapy called Emotional Freedom Techniques. You might know it's tapping, and I've got lots and lots of tap along sessions here on my channel too. I also sell products online. If you want to know more about me, my brand, just take a look at the video description. You'll see that there's a link. There's also a way to sign up to my mailing list, and if you do sign up to my mailing list, you get three free downloads, which are all there just to help you enhance your self-care: a skincare routine planner, a weekly habit tracker, and a meditation script. Okay, so I was very fortunate to get gifted these Ordinary skincare products, and it has been quite a while since I have reviewed anything from The Ordinary. It's just a sample of their range. They have a lot of products, and I do already have 2 videos reviewing products from The Ordinary on this channel. The first one that I have is one where I had a lot of fun trying out their peeling solution, and I will link that video up here. Yes, your face does go very red. The solution is this deep red colour. It's quite alarming when you first use it. And also I did a video where I reviewed 3 of their products from their hair care range, and I will link that video up here as well. Okay, but today's really just focusing on skincare, and I think one of the things that is very key about The Ordinary, or the intention of The Ordinary, is that they wanted to bring skincare active, so active ingredients for the skin that make a difference, but they wanted to sell them not at these super inflated prices that you find with other brands. Now, I've recently watched a video that Jen Love, I love her channel, love her channel, did on the brand The Ordinary, and it's so interesting, and I will link that video below. And then a few years ago, I think, maybe a bit less, I watched an episode of the podcast The Diary of a CEO, where Stephen Bartlett interviewed one of the founders of The Ordinary, and I will link that video. I'll search it out and I'll link it below, because if you're interested in finding out more about this brand, I think those 2 videos would really help you. But I first started using The Ordinary, I think when it was really new, and I just thought, oh, this is so refreshing, because it was all about the active ingredients, but at really accessible prices. Now, everything has got a little bit more expensive, but it's still really quite inexpensive if you compare The Ordinary to other brands that use similar active ingredients or the same active ingredients. So I really do like the philosophy of the brand, and I like the price point, and I like the fact that it's ingredient led. I think that's helpful. I think it can be a little bit overwhelming, maybe not so much now, but when I first saw it, when you started seeing all these kind of little science kind of pipette bottles, thinking, oh my god, what am I supposed to do with all of these different serums and what have you. But I think I'm certainly way more comfortable with it now. Obviously I've got really interested in it over the years, but also I think just generally people are more aware of kind of skincare ingredients that can make a difference, you know, and that's because they've been marketed to us and what have you. But anyway, let me talk to you. I'm going to talk as I always do, or I seem to always do when I do these skincare reviews, in the order that I use the products, and I'll just talk to you about how I got on with each one, and if, you know, I had to supplement the regime a little bit, which I did need to because I didn't get a full complement, if you like, or what I would consider to be a full complement for my basic skincare routine. Yeah, and I'll just talk you through it. So the first product that I'm going to talk to you about is the Squalane, and I believe that's how you say it. It could be Squalene cleanser. Now, I do recall having used this in the past, but I'm pretty certain it's been reformulated because I did not enjoy this the first time I used it. But I absolutely have loved this time around. Basically, this is like a cream, and it's coming towards the end, so I thought, oh, I better film this. And you just put this in your hands, and what I do is I just make it so it goes into an oil, and then I rub it into my face. And this is fantastic at getting off makeup and just really cleansing the skin. But I'm not sure if they do different sizes, but this one is 50 milliliters, and this is probably enough. If you're cleansing night and day, this is probably enough for 2 weeks because you do get through it quite quickly. It's not fragranced really. It's got kind of that fragrance-free kind of a smell. But love this, not stripping in any way, and really gets rid of the makeup. I think when I've used this the first time around, I did find it quite stripping, but I think they've done something different. By the way, the Squalene or Squalane is, and I just did a bit of research, well, I've got it printed out so I can read to you what the ingredients are, because you know, I can try and explain, but I think this is going to be a bit more easy to understand. Squalane is a lightweight, non-comedogenic oil, so it doesn't clog the pores, used in skincare for its intense moisturizing and skin barrier supporting properties. It's a stable, hydrogenated form of squalene, a natural lipid produced by our own skin's sebaceous glands. Okay, so love the cleanser, but because it felt like it was running out, I did complement it, and I've spoken quite a lot about these two cleansers recently. All-time favourite, this L'Oreal Age Perfect cleansing milk, and also the W7 cleansing balm. I get into this thing where I think, oh, I'm going to run out. I'm going to run out before I film the video, so I start putting other things into the routine so that I don't run out. By the way, I am an Amazon associate, so I may earn from qualifying purchases. All of the products that I talk about today will be listed below, and if I do have an affiliate link, then I'll put the link beside the product in the video description. But seriously, small commission, money is being ploughed back into, or not even ploughed, but dripped back into the channel, because I really don't earn very much from affiliate links. But if you wanted to support my channel that way, then you are more than welcome to do so. Thank you in advance. Okay, the next product I want to talk to you about is one that I've used before as well. It's the Glycolic Acid. This is their 7% Exfoliating Toner. Now, I've spoken recently about glycolic acid. I do apologise if you can hear the screaming from the school in the background. They weren't playing, and then they came out to play. Yeah, so I do apologise for that. But this I've used in the past. This is a star product for me, because compared to other brands that also sell stuff with glycolic acid, this is as cheap as chips. This is really affordable. And also to say that yeah, it's now being used in hair care. So I did a video not so long ago about the L'Oreal Elvive Glycolic Gloss range, which I'm a big fan of. And I'll link that video up here if you haven't seen it, if you want to check that one out. But glycolic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid, so AHA, derived from sugarcane. It's a popular ingredient in skincare due to its ability to exfoliate the skin, improve texture, and promote a brighter, more even complexion. Now, I did use a little bit of this morning because, as you may see, I've got a blemish here, and I think I've got something here going on. here, and I don't know where else I applied it, but I did apply this in 3 different spots. But normally you should not apply this in the daytime, apply it in the evening, because it can make your skin a little bit more sensitive to the sun. So it's better to do it at the end of the day rather than in the morning time. But this I find really good at kind of just sorting out like the odd spots, but also just as a regular exfoliant on the skin. I do not use this, I have not used this every day. You can see I've not used very much. I've been using this maybe once every 5 days or so, and I just put it on a reusable cotton pad, which I then wash afterwards, put some on, wipe it around the face, and then it goes off to be washed. Okay, next step in skincare, I got 3 different serums. One of them is the Multi-Peptide and Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This actually, to note, this used to be called Buffet, okay? They had a serum, and I'm pretty certain that I've tried it before. Yeah, I'm certain that I've tried Buffet before, but they've just, I think, renamed it, because you can actually find it as both Buffet and Multi-Peptide on the Amazon website. I think that's just to make it a little bit more understandable what it is to the consumer, which I'm all for. So yeah, that was one of the serums I was using, and actually of the 3, my favourite. This is the one that got on with the best. The other 2 were hyaluronic acid 2% and then vitamin B5, okay? And the third one was niacinamide 10% with zinc. Now, niacinamide is one of these interesting ingredients because it's also known as vitamin B3. It's a powerhouse skincare ingredient known for its ability to brighten skin, control oil, and strengthen the skin barrier. It's a versatile ingredient that suits almost all skin types and plays well with most other actives. Caution, some people may experience irritation with high concentrate, so that's 10% or more. And how much did I say this was? I can't even remember, this is terrible, 10%. So if you're new to niacinamide, start with a low percentage. And I have to say that I think that is the case for me. In fact, I think this is where this is coming from. So I've been using this occasionally, but I'm going to talk to you a bit later on about another product I've been using that's got niacinamide in, which I think has caused this slight eruption. So I think I've got extra sensitivity to niacinamide. It's not my favorite ingredient at this concentration, and probably using the serum plus the other product in tandem has kind of meant that I've got this kind of little bit of a flare up here, or this could just be an insect bite, or it could just be a spot for some other reason, but that's my theory and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so yeah, 3, I'm kind of wished, I mean, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but I kind of wish they had been a bit more creative with the serums that they shared. I mean, I wonder if these are their 3 bestsellers and that's why they were part of the package that I got. They do have loads and loads of other serums. They've got aloe vera, aloe 2% solution that's supposed to soothe and target post-acne marks. They've got arginine solution at 10%, which is for dark spots and fine lines. They've got 2 different retinols, one at 2%, and it's held in squalane. So it's kind of, and obviously retinol is like an anti-aging product. It helps, having it in squalane kind of minimises the drying effect that retinol sometimes can have. And they've also got a 5%. I would have loved to have tried out the 2 and the 5%. They have a caffeine solution for dark circles and puffy eyes. And then they also have the peeling solution, which I mentioned before. They've got salicylic acid at 2%. And then really interestingly, they have this multi-peptide lash and brow serum, which is supposed to strengthen and thicken brows and lashes. And I would absolutely love to try that. So they've got loads more products. This is just like a flavour. So I kind of feel like these 3 were a little bit pedestrian. But of the 3, as I said, I preferred the multi-peptide and hyaluronic acid serum. I found this to felt very moisturising and somewhat plumping. Not that I need any extra fattage on my face, but yeah, I found that to be really nice. The hyaluronic acid at 2% was also really nice, but I think I like the combo of having peptides, and peptides are a short chain of amino acids that act as building blocks for proteins like collagen, elastin and keratin. So all fantastic things for skin, which are essential for healthy, firm skin. They help repair, strengthen and rejuvenate the skin, making them a must-have in anti-aging skin care. So yeah, I as I said, multi-peptide would be my first one. Like, if you were only going to buy one, I would go with the multi-peptide one, and you can use this morning and evening. You know, it's lovely, it's really lovely on the skin. And if you're unfamiliar, that these acids come in like with these pipettes, and then you can just dose them out either directly onto the face, as I see loads of people do on TikTok and what have you, or what am I supposed to say? I'm not supposed to say those words on YouTube apparently. Mishmosh or Big Bok or something is what I'm supposed to say. Anyway, hopefully I haven't completely corrupted the algorithm by saying those two words. But I just put them in my hands and then I apply them to my face. Okay, and then the moisturiser that I got sent was the Natural Moisturizing Factors with Hyaluronic Acid. Again, I have definitely tried this in the past. Didn't like it then. I liked it a little bit more this time, but I tell you about this one, what I don't like is if your skin is at all damp, it kind of takes blooming ages to get it in. You know, you have to have really dry skin for it to sink in really quickly. And whilst this is fine as a day cream, so I've got blazing sunlight streaming through, which is lovely, but I don't know if it's spoiling the view for you guys. It's fine as a day cream, it's lightweight, but for night it just didn't cut it for me. So at night time, what I was using was this cream from Neutrogena, which I've just started using. I mean, if I can get it open, my hands are all greasy now. I haven't really used that much, but I love the fact it's in a tub. And this, when I bought it as a body cream, but it's a multi-purpose comfort balm and it's for hand, face, body. And I tell you, my face has been loving this at night. It's got 15% glycerin in it and my skin loves glycerin. So it's kind of been taking on this cream at night time and I've really enjoyed this. So apologies, it's not the ordinary product, but I'm really liking this balm from Neutrogena. The other feeling the gap in the routine that they sent me was that they sent me no sunscreen, and for me that is just like a staple. It's like table stakes. You must have every day. I always cleanse and I always use a sunscreen because the sun is probably one of the most damaging things to your skin, and even, you know, when we don't get that much sunlight in this country, you know, that's what it feels like. I still know that it can be damaging. So I have complemented the routine. I've complemented the routine with 3 different SPFs, which I've spoken about before. I've done a video on 2 of them, and these are the Garnier ones with vitamin C. There's a glow one and an invisible one. And I've also spoken about this a few times, but I've not got a video specifically on it. This is BHA and Niacinamide Daily UV. And of the 3, I really do prefer the glow and invisible, and at a push the glow when it's summer because it gives a little bit of a tint, but the invisible one is really fantastic. The niacinamide one, I cannot use this day after day because this is what seems to happen. I get these kind of blemishes, and I think, like I said before, this in tandem with the niacinamide serum, it's just been too much for my skin. So whilst I like the fact that it's 50 SPF, yeah, this is not my favourite of the 3 that the Garnier have. The Ordinary do a mineral sunscreen. The only one I could find, I'll do a little bit more research when I'm doing the video description before I publish this video. I think they only have 30 SPF, and but I'll try and see if they've got a higher one, because for me 50 now is like the minimum. It really should be 50 SPF on your face. And I bring it down. I bring it all the way that is visible basically. And where I need to get better, because I bet I've got sun damage, is at the back of my neck, because in the summer I often wear my hair up, or in the past I used to wear my hair up all the time, and often burn around there, which is, it's not good. It's not good at all. So yeah, I mean, I've as I said, I've really enjoyed revisiting this brand. I really rate this brand. I think if you want to quickly get into a more complex skincare routine, you want to add in some serums, some new ingredients, you want to try a retinol kind of thing, they are definitely a brand to go to, because they are so accessible from a pricing point. They are available on Amazon, but they're also available in lots of other places. They never used to be. In fact, I remember having to go to, I don't even know if they still have the shops, but I went to one of their shops, because The Ordinary is one of the brands of Deciem, which is kind of like the mother company, and they used to have a shop in London. I mean, I'm sure they had a couple of shops in London, but the one I went to was near Spitalfields Market. There's like a lovely market there, and they had a shop there, and I remember going in and yeah, just having a field day, buying loads and loads of products, because it was just so accessible, getting really excited about that. But now, yeah, online is, you know, obviously really easy, and you can see all of the range that they have online. They've got their own website as well, which I think you can buy from, so you can pretty much get them in lots and lots of places. So I've really enjoyed coming back to this brand. I think they're very accessible, very budget friendly. They've got some standout products, like for example the Squalane Cleanser, love it. The Squalane Cleanser, love the Glycolic Acid. I've really enjoyed using the Multi-Peptide Serum. If I can find it again, I'll show it to you. The moisturiser, I'm not sure if they do other ones. Maybe I should take a look at that as well, because the one that they give me is just, it's a bit too lightweight for my perimenopausal, you know, aged skin. I want something a bit more heavy duty, particularly at night time. That said, I use this for a day cream today and then put sunscreen on the top because I love it so much. But yeah, let me know if you are a fan of The Ordinary. Let me know if there's any skincare particularly that you would like me to try out and do a video on. I love working off suggestions. And please remember, you are in perfect time. See you soon.